Hello, gorgeous. Welcome to HG Radio, everything beauty, cancer, and inspiration. Here is your co-founder and host, Kim Becker.
Hello, gorgeous, and thank you for joining us today. I'm your host, Kim Becker, and this is Hello, Gorgeous, everything beauty, cancer, and inspiration on Society Bites Radio, social interaction for the mind and soul. Our guest today is Linda Thomas. It all started with a single haircut plus a style at Horst Friends Salon in Minneapolis in 1985. Through the excellent service delivery of her stylist, Sheryl, Linda found an integral lifestyle product line with a mission that she could get behind. 3 years later, Linda moved to Texas in 1988. Linda North Thomas not only embraced the Aveda and its mission, she sought out a sales position at the Neill Corporation in Hammond, Louisiana. Training in early days included travel with Horst and management of retail areas for his shows all over the United States. Linda was the first exclusive Aveda sales representative for Neill Corporation, selling Aveda's plant-based, eco-friendly salon products in the Deep South in the late 80s was not for the faint of heart. The need for big hair often overshadowed the company's vision for a greater life and well-being. In 1992, Linda had progressed to the role of regional coach at Neill Corporation. Her family moved to Minneapolis, where Aveda by Progressive recruited her for a similar role. A professional shift from a distribution to salon operations occurred in 1999, when Diane Keller invited Linda to join her salon, New Reflections. Together, they opened 3 Aveda lifestyle spa salons in the Twin Cities. Linda is currently the Vice President of Operations and Marketing for the company. Hi, Linda, and welcome to the show.
Hello. Hi, Kim. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Doing great. It's cold here, but it's Christmas time, and we're having fun, and we're busy, and it's just great.
Well, and I agree. You know, I've said this to you before. I've had the opportunity to visit you up in Minneapolis, the Minneapolis area a couple of times. And the one time we went, like, people don't understand how cold it gets up there. So I remember being there in like late January, early February. And the warning was that the exhaust from the cars in front of you could create black ice. Like, that's how cold it was. I had no clue it could get that cold anywhere.
It's so cold. People are driving their trucks on the ice. It gets that cold.
Oh, I just can't even. I can't even wrap my brain around it.
I know. I'm sad we have to.
That's right. That's right. Although my favorite story was we were there. Oh, it was probably not this last time, but a year ago in February, and you had on a sweater and a cute skirt and leggings and no coat, and it was probably 25 degrees. You were like, "Yeah, welcome to Minnesota. This is how we all dress." You just get used to it, though, don't you? You just get used to the cold.
You do, and you know once it's cold, it's just cold. It doesn't matter if it's 20 below or 40 below. It's just cold.
It's just cold. Yep. I get it. I understand. Yep. I understand. So I want to start off our interview. So how did you meet me, and how did you and your salon get involved with Hello Gorgeous?
Okay, well, you probably remember coming to Minneapolis to the Heartland Beauty Show. And I wasn't, and I was not able to attend that, but Jackie Keller and Lisa Banwell, two members of leadership here, they attended that show, and I don't think they really were there to, necessarily look for a philanthropic opportunity to offer at the salons, but they ran into you or they saw your room and thought, well, Hello Gorgeous. Wow, that sounds fun. Let's go check it out. And the next thing I know, they come home to tell me the story. They said, we've already signed up. We know you're going to love it. So we've already taken care of signing up with Kim. And then they proceeded to tell me all about it. And of course, it was like a no-brainer. It was like, well, it's perfectly mission aligned for what we do. And so I never really got to meet you, only by phone. And then when you came to join us for our first reveal was when we actually got to meet face to face.
Well, and so the real story of that is that I was at the Heartland Beauty Show, and I had a classroom there, because I really feel that education on what you can and can't do on a woman battling cancer in your salon is extremely important because we're not taught that in beauty school. So I thought, oh my gosh, if this is important to me, this is going to be important to so many other people. And I envisioned this classroom being full and, standing room only. Nobody showed up. And we were getting ready to pack up. And that's when Jackie and Lisa actually walked in. Mike and I were getting ready to leave. And so we did have one-on-one time, and actually we smiled at each other, and we said, well, if that was the whole reason that we had to be here and to have a classroom was to meet you guys, it was amazing. And the other part of that was when we came up in that January to certify your team, it's still to date one of the largest teams that we've ever certified. You guys had gotten the ballroom at that hotel. I think we certified like 65 of your stylists, didn't we?
I believe you did, yes.
It was a lot of people, which is wonderful because that's just, even because of the size of your salon, even if they don't particularly participate in each and every one of the Hello Gorgeous visits, they have that education so that they know what they can and can't do when a stylist or a woman with cancer comes into your salon. They know how to treat her.
Absolutely. So important.
So tell me a little bit. I want to know more, and I want our audience to know more about the salon. And we'll get back to Hello Gorgeous because I know that that's part of the success of your salon. But you guys have created this amazing, I'm going to call it an empire because it's an empire to me, this amazing empire where you've got these team members that are so invested in you and what you guys have going. Tell me about that and how you build your team. And you have stylists that have been there and they've stayed. And what do you attribute that to?
Wow. Okay. We were New Reflections, and this past year we rebranded, and we are now Reflect Salon. And Diane has had the company for 40 years this year. And wow. Yeah, super exciting and very fun. And we just felt, it's time to rebrand. We were feeling, New Reflections has, brought us 40 years strong. And we didn't want to lose our identity by changing names. We didn't want to, be something that we're really not. And that was just a really fun part of doing the rebranding is working with the company, the branding company, and how they, after time, came up with Reflect Salon. So we love that the new name is actually part of the old name to help us carry the tradition forward, the mission, the vision, and our values forward into the next 40 years. So for us, that was really, really super exciting. As you mentioned, we're 3 salons strong in the western suburbs of Minneapolis. And, all 3 salons, we like to say we all share the same mission, vision, and values, but they all 3 have their own personalities. Our flagship store is our Plymouth location. And that is our largest and where we have nails and spa and full hair salon, as well as our call center. So, that's kind of who we are in a nutshell. Yes, we have 120 employees, team members, and that's a combination of guest services as well as our service providers. And, we have a great team. I think part of our success with retaining our team members would have to be accredited to a couple of things. We look for people who are obviously like-minded with a similar vision and want to be a part of a family. I mean, we're a very team-oriented company. We have this unique little thing we do. We wear headsets, and because our salons are kind of large in size, we wear headsets so that we can, ask for support and ask for help. And everyone knows that's what they're, here to do. We're here to serve not just our guests, but also the team and each other. So important to make sure that our delivery is seamless to the guest. So I think, we also involve our team members in the recruitment process. They go to the career fairs with Jackie. They are part of the tryout that the guest or that the potential team member would do. They do a tryout with a cut and color so that we can, look at not just their skill level isn't what we're really evaluating, but we're evaluating, are they coachable? Are they open to learning? Because that's what we're about. Our mission is to serve and support one's well-being through our commitment to education, community involvement, and team growth. And so the people we bring on have to also embrace that, or they just won't be successful here.
Well, and what I love is, even though it's a larger salon, you feel like there's just such a warm feeling when you walk into your salon. The front desk automatically agreed to, and I was there back in September, and you had construction going on, and your place was gorgeous even with the construction going on. I mean, you guys just do such a great job of just making individuals feel welcome, which is hard when you've got a salon that size, because you would think that it would be easy to get lost. And it's not. You from the time you walk in to the time you check out, you guys have done an amazing job with your systems. You've got some great systems in place, because I was there multiple times, and it didn't matter who waited on me or who took care of me. I still had that same feeling. So bravo to you guys. You guys are doing a phenomenal job.
Oh, thank you.
And so one of the other questions that I had, so you've been involved with Hello Gorgeous. It's been 5 years now, correct?
Correct.
And so how has being involved with Hello Gorgeous supported your business?
Okay, so now I have to take you back. When I first met Diane, I was her Aveda rep starting, that was back in the early 90s, mid-90s, I guess. I joined her as the Aveda rep, and the first thing I did with her, the first event we did, was a makeup and skincare and makeup event that we were doing. And shortly after that, we learned one of her team members, who was also pregnant, had cancer. She had an unusual form of cancer, which also the baby then had the cancer as well.
Oh, wow.
And just horrific story. I mean, could life get worse, for her? We felt, what can we do? She didn't have any money. She, husband was leaving. And so what I did was we worked with Aveda and with Rick Goldberg at the time, who was the owner of Progressive. And what we were able to do is purchase, or I think Aveda just passed this on to us, was a bunch of Aveda candles. And what we did is we sold each of the candles for $20. And then all of those proceeds went to this particular team member just to support her with life. I mean, I'm not sure it was a whole lot of money, but at the time, that's what we were able to do. And so for me, it really started back then with Diane, that we were able to start supporting people that were going through cancer. And I know that we ended up doing that program for a long time, where we just gave a portion of the profits from the retail sale of the candles to an ongoing program for people going through cancer. So that was back in 95, 96. And then, fast forward all those years, all our philanthropic giving went to support people with cancer. So those were the programs that we would funnel our giving to. And then you came along, and so I guess we've kind of been known for the salon that gives back this way, to give our support there. And we're kind of known for that, which is, it's a good, bad thing. It's not the best thing to be known for, but it's a good thing to be about. And yeah. So what has it done for the salon? I guess in the community, we have that presence, and I believe, we get a lot of feedback from the community, positive feedback that people appreciate what we're doing. And when I have to tell the hockey team and the dance team and the volleyball team that, I really can't make a donation to your program, but here's what we do for philanthropic giving. And that's really been our mission, is to get the word out about Hello Gorgeous, because it is a great thing. And once people know about it, they're just, they're so grateful